Steve can do to just intercept Cloud's recovery, so I do think that's going to play a big role here. To be honest, though, I kind of think that Sparg0's gotten a lot better intercepting Steve's recovery.
Yes. You know, Elytra is that tricky little wing thing. It's courtesy of like the Brawl era gliding techniques, you know? But at the same time, you got some fun potentials there. You know, Minecart is very predictable in the angle, and where also Steve's will throw that out. So if you know where they're going to be, you can intercept with a limit cross slash. You can intercept with a back air. You can just cause some problems. And we're jumping right into game one on small battlefield of all places.
Yeah, we are already getting started with these up tilt strings. All the damage in the world. Sparg0 just using that double jump to get back safely and immediately falling victim to these jab strings on the sides. It is so difficult, but the get up attack, very intelligent right there.
And now it's just the name of the game of getting around the Acme Corp situations. It's the back air to limit cross slash. You know, it's tried and true at low percentage. Great way to even it up, even though there's still that bit of disparity. You know, yeah, at the same time, you're holding down that center stage. Look at them go.
So Pockets, they're doing a really good job of just not being afraid to mine in front of Sparg0. It's like, hey, I know the burst range of this character. It's not that great without limit, so I'm just going to sit here, toss out my resources, and be ready to react. Speaking of reaction,
the spacing from Pocket is also just immaculate. They're doing a great job of staying outside of that back air range, as Sparg0's just trying to threaten and close the distance. Ooh, Anvil to the noggin, trying to go high there because of those blocks in the way, and that made an easy setup potential for Pocket. They secure that stock, and now Sparg0's going to try to answer back by holding down center stage.
And great SDI getting out of those up Bs. Are we going to be able to get something going? Tricky! Force the air dodge in that awkward position. Sparg0 just did not have the limit available. Doesn't necessarily matter too much, though, the dash attack clean up that stock, but we have work to do, let it rain.
Yeah, a little bit of errant DI there because of that very just instant dash attack. A little bit of a jump scare button if you're not quite prepared for it. So now, yeah, Sparg0's like, please get me off, get me out.
Anytime there's an Anvil there, it's like, I'm not ready to go air to air against Steve. Please make it go away.
Hey, but guess what? Climb hazard, we love to see it.
Climb hazard with or without limit, it doesn't matter. Just kind of do it a couple times. If they dare to challenge it, too bad it's lagless.
The funny up B button, we love to see it.
He's got a couple funny buttons.
Hey, we like him, that's for sure. Okay, yeah, see, again, trying to read that minecart positioning and not quite coming to fruition. You got to start to take some gambles because you're pretty much a full stock behind here, and playing from behind when you're fighting a Steve is no small task.
Agreed. Yeah, this just allows Steve to play a little bit more passively and gain these resources. But to be honest, Pocket has been doing a really good job at just closing space. Like Sparg0 wants to apply pressure. Pocket's still getting some resources. We do have a couple blocks of stone left. We've got diamond, we've got gold. Ooh. Even though that stock's gone, now we're going to come back, build the gold or diamond tool, and immediately start swinging. But look at it, push him off the table.
The secret tech of just kind of running into the opponent just a little bit to make a difference. A little bit of up throw for flavor there. I like that, the limit blade beam caused some damage there. Now we're going to keep controlling that center stage, turn that into a cross slash, turn that into 68% in the blink and you miss it moments. Ooh, not quite the sweet spot, but that still's going to hurt.
Yeah, that lead is definitely starting to deteriorate, but now with diamond back air available, who's got the better back air, letter rain?
I don't know, but guess who has a good up smash, and that's Cloud Strife, baby. Let's hear that Final Fantasy theme.
All right, there we go. We got to let the stinger go. That is a good one. That is a good one.
Nobu Uematsu, thank you.
Pure artistry.
You love to see it. You love to see it, folks. And now, you know, after that game one, we did see some good situations. Sparg0 really picking it up, trying to find the good moments to get those attacks in, round up the percentage, holding center stage as much as possible, or just have a good positioning in general, and also just avoiding a lot of the pitfalls. He really got kind of mollywopped to that kind of second stock scenario with that air dodge there, but at the same time, you're picking it up the pace. We're going right back.
Yeah, it's like you said, off stage can be a little bit dicey for Cloud, but on stage, Sparg0 is more than holding his own. I want to see more of that. I want to see more of these up tilt. Oh my God, the block blocks.
That's actually sick because they came down quicker because that's a different way, so Pocket wasn't able to react in time. Secret tech unlocked. Hello?
That is some matchup knowledge right there. And the parry afterwards, you tried to punish a Cloud limit move? Think again.
Couldn't quite get the follow-up hit on the climb hazard though, so we got bopped for it. Now we're just scrapping right here in the middle. Oh, hey, again, you mentioned earlier today about the way that Sparg0 has been opting to really call out some recoveries from Steve players. We saw that right there, sniping the Elytra with the down air. That beautiful finish. Just
maximizing the advantage state and the tools available. Was that a parry on Sparg0's side and then Pocket actually got popped by it?
He's kind of nice with it. Kind of number one player for a reason.
Perhaps.
I mean, JFid? I mean, kind of number one.
I mean, MDVA bias undefeated again.
Let's see who we can get, though. We're keeping this advantage nice and strong. Yes, we like the up air button if you're Cloud, a great way to juggle your opponent, keep him moving. Ooh, what a funky little minecart, and now Pocket managing to get that stock here, but you're down triple-digit %.
Even with solid DI, that is astounding how strong that one is. Perhaps it looked like Sparg0 might have jumped into the corner or something like that, because I could have sworn he was going to be surviving it. Set a couple forward tilts, a third forward tilt.
Forward tilt merchant, anyone? Forward tilt merchant?
I mean, Sparg0, real talk, the thing that I think makes him one of the best players in the game is that he just understands how good his tools are and is not afraid to exploit them.
I was thinking earlier the sliding forward tilts have been really pivotal in getting that extra bit of space, that extra bit of oomph. And guess what? Sometimes you just need to go to the tried and true back air it at ledge because your opponent can only do so much against it.
Climb the ladder, though. Keep the damage coming, 62. And trying to claim the stock. I love the aggression from Pocket. Didn't quite pay off, though. Now Sparg0, more aggression on his side. Off stage, tries to get the back air. Gets a down air instead. Good jump away, though. Pocket able to disengage and go back to mine.
Again, if you're trying to poke that shield a little bit with that nice little sword tap, Cloud's going to come back strong. Again, back here, we're avoiding that minecart in the way. We're throwing cross-slash rip all the way. Quick parry from Pocket, managing to kind of find some good hits here. A little bit of the axe swing as well. Oh, hey, we tech those, though. Kind of saving it. Sparg0 in a way. I love the awareness to get out of that tricky situation.
I didn't know that if you put Cloud in disadvantage, you turn British. I don't know what accent that was right there.
Sometimes, hey, you know, I'm working on my character work. What can I say? Down smash takes the stock. Oi, blimey, you know? What can I say?
All right.
Don't let it be you, Sparg0.
Does manage to get the lingering hitbox of that down air, trying to intercept the back air. 1-2, swinging away. But now, is that a golden tool? These things are so safe. Sparg0's air dodging for dear life and still cannot get out of disadvantage. Woo! Does land on the iron and finally gets back to center stage, only to get more damage.
Finally does he find a single hit. Pocket putting in the work here, even trying to even up as best you can. Back air not quite going to do it, just barely grazing that blast zone. Limit, though, right in front of your eyes. How are you going to deal with it? And it's just a simple back air to take that game 2. Pocket there on the back foot going into this game 3.
And I really respect what Pocket did with that aggressive situation there. At low percentages, Pocket was just dishing out blow after blow, really putting Sparg0 on the back foot. The problem was the resources. The bar completely drained on Pocket's side. They had no ability to get enough iron or enough stone to build a wall, to try to get a little bit of space, to bring the tempo down. Sparg0 had his foot to the floor, pedal to the metal, and was not letting off.
That's one of the great strategies you can employ against Steve. If you just keep yourself on the oppressive and the aggressive, progressive situation you have yourself there, you got to dwindle those resources from your opponents so they're basically just stuck. There's so many situations I've seen where just Steve doesn't have iron and like they're trying to minecart, they're trying to do something, but they don't have anything. They lose some of the great tools they have to get out of this advantage.
Yeah, people forget Steve's mobility options aren't really that great outside of like up B and sometimes if you want to really put the risk out, and then minecart. So if you don't have that available, it becomes so much easier for a character like Cloud to just play at that perfect distance. You don't have to deal with burst.
Quick, fun tax percentage as you fight the Steve here. And Pocket trying to find some good hits. Got to be aware of that limit. Oh, get the Acme Corp special, my friend. See you next stock.
Deep pockets. I don't know how many we fit that many handles in there. Bugs Bunny could never.
Hey, deep pockets for pockets, but guess what? An offstage back air sniping that stock out. Very good way to even it up because, oh my goodness, deficits versus Steve is easier said than done. That's for sure, Scavs.
These cross-up back airs into up tilt, like that's kind of messed up. Sparg0 didn't get the reverse up tilt that time. He's taking a ton of damage for it, though.
Okay, well, sometimes we just throw some haymakers out. It happens to the best of us, happens to the best of us.
Yeah, eventually Pocket, they'll drift into that, and then tons of damage. We're setting this up for a game 4 situation.
Perhaps. Pocket trying to do everything they can, just getting bopped around, sniped constantly. Sparg0 just opting to hold ledge and not quite finding anything after that.
I love that, just the immediate, like, soft hit of the back air on there.
Just get off me, why don't you?
Just making people respect Steve's phenomenal frame data.
I love the way Sparg0 has been punishing those anvils by just spacing around it, hitting the back air, and again, the dash attack catching Pocket in surprise. You can only do so much if you're not prepared for that.
Ooh. Triple? Oh, no, he even faked me out on that one. I'm digging it.
Sparg0 getting played tricky.
Those little, like, empty short hops are just so vital for Cloud. This is a character that, yeah, he can tap shield, but he's not fast enough to super deplete it immediately. You have to just make it so that your opponents are not comfortable in shield constantly.
Calling out that minecart option here, turning that into a quick 91%. You're going to snipe him off stage. Trying to. Couldn't quite find it, though.
Great angle from the Elytra, for sure.
Sliding forward tilt, get yourself back off stage. Sparg0 just kind of tapped it in at this point by just swinging to the fences, trying to throw at everything.
Again, no iron. Like, Pocket was looking really good, and then they just ran out of resources, and they're running out of time to make this comeback.
And Sparg0 constantly just like breaking down the barriers, making sure that there's barely any. You have one iron on hand. What can you do with it realistically? Because it's going to be gone in the blink and you miss it moment.
And when was the last time that Pocket actually got the grab? We saw one right there, but before that, it did feel as though Sparg0 had been very, very elusive, had not been getting grabbed whatsoever by Pocket.
Now there's just a very tense moment, keeping your back to the wall, literally, as we tech those, keeping yourself alive. Whoa, I don't think at that percentage that was going to be it. That's a quick 3-0 and a fist bump from Sparg0, and whew, #1 player for a reason.
Yeah, that was looking a little bit dire for Pocket. I saw some adaptation there at the end. It felt like Pocket had been like rushing in a little bit too frequently. That's why they were out of resources so frequently. And then at the last moment, it's like, okay, I recognize I can just put the stone wall behind me. I can get the techs, and I can continue to apply the pressure. But the problem, look at the distance. Sparg0 is baiting out that minecart at the perfect position to catch both if you're staying in the minecart or if you're jumping out of it. It is a game of millimeters sometimes, and right there, Sparg0 had the whole ruler ready.
Sometimes taking an inch can give you a mile, because guess what? That loser's bracket is going to be so much more harder to conquer if you are Pocket there in the bracket of alternative success. So, you know, credit where credit's due. Sparg0, #1 player for a reason, kind of makes some magic happen.
#1 player, #1 seed. I mean, who do you seed over Sparg0 in this spot?
Hard to say. Maybe some other challenges we're going to